What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the interweb? Battle Angel Alita is a manga that turned into an anime, and now it's turning into a live-action film by James Cameron that launches in February. This is a very, very big deal. Why is it a very big deal? We'll be talking about it in this video because this very easily could be the final movie that changes anime forever. Play the intro.
伸びた前髪に隠れてる君の目ちょっとどこ見てんのこっちに来て
It's no surprise to anybody that anime, when they get live action adaptations, they are always trash. Still to this day, there is not a competent live action anime adaptation. Pokemon, Pikachu Detective or Detective Pikachu and June will definitely be very successful. But that's different because that's Pokemon. Pokemon is mainstream. A live action Pokemon movie is not going to help anime because it's not obscure. Battle Angel Alita is very much an obscure anime. This is going to be a very big deal when this movie does good. It is a James Cameron movie, so of course it's going to be out of this world levels of greatness. James Cameron is known for taking the worst of the worst and making them into legendary stuff. You saw what happened to Avatar, and you've seen what happened to all his other movies. The only difference is Battle Angel Alita already has a cult following. So when this blows up in February and everybody's rushing out to see it, this is going to change anime forever. More studios are going to jump at the opportunity to make anime adaptations. More studios are going to pay more money to be able to produce animes themselves. We may go from seeing 13 episode anime seasons back to hour-long 25 episode anime seasons, because if these Japanese studios aren't going to care about anime anymore and it's becoming an American thing and only Americans care about anime, then you know very well that all these places are going to be pouncing like wild animals to get the rights to these animes. Warner Brothers has the rights to Attack on Titan. I mean, Funimation or whoever handles the Attack on Titan anime, they still have permission to do Attack on Titan for now. But Attack on Titan is 100% a Warner Brothers IP now. The director of it, I can never remember his name. It's like Alazar something. But he is going to be directing the Attack on Titan live action American movie. And that is a very big deal. If he can blow up Attack on Titan to the mainstream, to the masses, it's like, I'm sorry, but anime, it's not mainstream. We are still a very obscure community. But if they're able to blow up Attack on Titan so that even the people who just go and watch Marvel movies that couldn't even tell you who Captain America is or what his backstory was, those people are going to be flocking to these Attack on Titan movies, the Battle Angel Alita movies, and all these other kinds of movies. But that is going to be very good for even just the hardcore anime fan base. We're going to get better animes. We're going to get re-releases of these animes. We're going to finally be able to afford the animes that we want to watch, the animes that we want to see. If you haven't noticed, pretty much every anime for a full box collection is like $100. Where if you go to a television series like The Walking Dead, you can get a full season or an entire box collection from season 1 to 5 for like $30. It's not expensive. Manga and anime could very easily be like that. We could have so many reprints and so many hard copy collector's editions of mangas that pop up just because of Battlestar Alita and Attack on Titan getting live action Hollywood budget films. The budget for Battle Angel Alita is just over $200 million. To put that in perspective, the budget for the anime way back in the day was less than $5 million. This is going to change the world of anime. And you know what? That might scare a few people. A lot of people may want to see this movie fail just because they have this idealism that anime should always be obscure, that anime should always be a tight-knit, whatever we want to call ourselves. But, the Marvel Universe would not be what the Marvel Universe is today if Spider-Man in 2002 did not blow up the way it did. The Avengers would be nothing without Spider-Man 2002. That is the movie that changed everything. The comic industry was dead, okay? The comic industry was dead until Spider-Man in 2002. And then now the comic book sales are out of this world. I was just looking them up last night. Last year in 2017, comic books for physical and digital sales made over $1.2 billion. Digital comic sales didn't make up all that much. It only made up about 90 million sales. But that doesn't matter, because if we can own Battle Angel Alita, the original anime series, and not pay an arm and a leg, if we can own Evangelion, if we can own the entire series of Fairy Tail. Yes, I've said a million times that I don't like Fairy Tail, but Fairy Tail has its fans. If you could own the entire series of Fairy Tail for $60, you would not pass that up. If you could buy the Toradora anime collection on Blu-ray for less than $200, you would not pass that up. The last time I checked, I think it was costing like $400 for the complete 10-year anniversary set that were just released in October. If you could own any anime you want and a full box collection, you would not pass up that. If you could have more animes get brought into mainstream light to continue these series, you would not have anything against that. Let's talk about everybody's favorite old school anime for a second. Toradora. Once more, if Toradora was to get a live action film, I don't exactly know how they would pull it off, but if Netflix can pull off 13 Reasons Why and make it make sense, then they could pull off Toradora as a live action anime. Then maybe, just maybe, we could get the rest of the light novel and the rest of the manga translated into English. I mean, yes, most of us that are in the anime community has a decent proficiency in the Japanese language, but there's still a lot of people who do not. So having those translated, very big deal. If we could even have the anime series itself restarted and then end it properly, or at least restart it and caught up, or maybe not even restart it, just catch up with where we're at right now in the light novel, that could be a very big deal. And we would have the success of Battle Angel Alita and the Attack on Titan live action movie to thank for that. Like, people have seen this Battle Angel Alita film, the trailers, for a year and a half now. People are excited. People want this. There's nobody out there in the anime community who is against Battle Angel Alita getting its full glory and everything it deserves. We're entering a different age of anime. And I feel like the age of anime being obscure and manga being obscure, I feel like those days are numbered. I feel like 10 years from now, people talking in YouTube videos, people talking online about anime and manga, it's going to be no different than people talking about Call of Duty online today. I feel like anime is finally going to go mainstream. You could argue that it already is mainstream, but you're not going to go down the street to the old lady and say, hey, have you seen the brand new Attack on Titan? They're gonna be like, no, what? What's that? But now, if you go down the street and they say, hey, have you seen the new Avengers? Like, oh yes, I have seen the new Avengers, laddie boy. They might be doing stuff like that, but with anime seasons. Things are changing, and some people may not want to usher in the change of anime to mainstream. I'm all for it. If I can actually buy anime statues and anime full box collections without paying an arm and a leg, I will be extremely ecstatic. So I'm fingers crossed that this actually pulls it off and that anime goes extremely mainstream off of the Battle Angel Alita movie and then the Attack on Titan movie in early 2020. That's the target release date, at least. So only time will tell. But with that being said, do you think Battle Angel Alita is going to blow up the anime world? Do you think it's going to do nothing? Do you think it's going to be the one movie James Cameron makes that flops? Let me know in the comments down below. Try not to die. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.